Chapter 4. I'm far away from your wallet. Zhang Biao watched the two of them leave and sat down angrily. He gritted his teeth and said, F***ck, isn't it just money? What's so great about it? Lu Ping smiled and said, being rich is great. If you have money, you have resources, you have connections, and with money, you can do anything. If your father was the richest person in the city, then she probably wouldn't have left you. He took a bite of the peanuts on the table. The taste was crisp. A bit of it exploded in his mouth. It was extremely sweet. Lu Ping sighed and said, this is the first time I've eaten this kind of dish in my life. It's also the first time I've come to this kind of place to eat. This is the benefit of having money. If I had money, how far could I have come? How could I have broken through to the first layer of the foundation establishment realm at the age of 24? He knew that if it was only up to his talent and his hard work, it wouldn't be like this. But the reality was harsh. Talent, ambition, and hard work couldn't change everything sometimes. The atmosphere was a bit gloomy, and the two began to attack the food in front of them. Although Zhang Biao said that he was tough just now, he acted like he didn't care. In fact, to a large extent, he had no choice but to pretend that he didn't care. The two of them didn't drink, so they ate very quickly. It didn't take long for the two of them to finish the food on the table. After leaving the mountain and river residence, Zhang Biao said, Lu, I'm sorry. I might implicate you. Lu Ping smiled. Implicate what? Zhang Biao turned around and took a look. On the second floor, Wu Shang and Lu Qian were sitting by the window. He said in a low voice, you have to go to Qingzhou Academy for an interview tomorrow. If this guy goes, he might trip you up. Lu Ping smiled indifferently and said, I know my own business. Even if I go for an interview, they might not necessarily want me. Don't tell me that if I kneel down and kowtow to him, he will put in a good word for me and enter Qingzhou Academy? Whatever. He stretched lazily and said, I'm so full. Let's hurry up and go back. I still have to chat with my girlfriend. The two of them quickly returned to the dormitory. Lu Ping lay back on the bed and took out his cell phone. Baby, I'm back. His girlfriend replied immediately, yes. I'm waiting for you. Let me tell you some good news. I received an interview invitation from a school. Although there is a high probability that I won't be selected, it's still good to try it out. In the Phoenix Cry building, Huang Shaoqi looked at her phone and typed with a smile, hubby, you can do it. As long as you work hard, you'll definitely be chosen. Yes. Let me tell you, my roommate broke up today. The two of them began to chat. Online dating was mostly like this. They would say some sweet words and share some interesting things in life with each other. Zhang Biao's breakup was something interesting. Although Lu Ping felt sad for him for a second from the bottom of his heart, overall, it could still be classified as something to gossip about. Qingzhou Academy, as the largest college in Binhai City, occupied a huge area. From primary school to university, and even postgraduate universities were all integrated into one. And at this time, many people at the door looked sideways. A woman in red stood at the door, waiting quietly. However, this woman's appearance was too beautiful. Even the campus bells of Qingzhou University paled in comparison. Her exquisite facial features and noble aura was so eye-catching. However, at this moment, Huang Shaoqi was looking down at her phone, disregarding the other people's gazes. To her, this kind of gaze was normal. Baby, I'm almost there. If I don't say anything later, it's because I've had to go for an interview. Lu Ping's message came. The corners of Huang Shaoqi's mouth curled up into a smile. It's all right, hubby. I'll patiently wait for you to finish the interview. Come on, you'll definitely succeed. At this moment, a bus arrived and Lu Ping got down from the bus. This was his first time coming to the Qingzhou Academy. When he saw the main gate, he held his head high and puffed out his chest as he walked inside. As for Huang Shaoqi, who was standing at the gate, Lu Ping's gaze swept across her face. After pausing for a moment, he no longer paid any attention to her. Huang Shaoqi looked at Lu Ping, who was walking over, and stroked her hair nervously. She also turned around and walked into the gate, walking in front of Lu Ping. However, she suddenly, accidentally, dropped her wallet. Help me, Huang Shaoqi muttered in her heart. Unfortunately, the moment the wallet fell, Lu Ping's pupils constricted. His body moved quickly, moving a few meters to the side to increase the distance between them. He continued to move forward. As he walked, he sent a message, "Baby, I was scared to death just now." A woman, who didn't look like a good person, dropped her bag in front of me. Fortunately, I ran quickly and did not give her a chance to fight. Otherwise, I would have been finished in the interview today. Based on Lu Ping's experience in his previous life, staying away from women was the best way to reduce trouble. Huang Shaoqi naturally sensed Lu Ping's actions and she immediately stopped in her tracks. She was completely stunned. Shouldn't normal people help her? What was going on with this person? Huang Shaoqi actually wanted to use another identity to get in touch with Lu Ping and get to know him better. After all, although the two of them had feelings for each other, moving from the internet to reality still required more understanding. Huang Shaoqi turned around and picked up her wallet, looking at Lu Ping who was gradually walking away. Gritting her teeth, she directly chased after him. "Sir!" Lu Ping heard Huang Shaoqi's shout. The first thing he did was turn on the camera on his phone. He turned his head to look at Huang Shaoqi and raised his phone high. He said cautiously, "I didn't touch your bag. I was at least 5 meters away from you just now, and I left immediately. I definitely didn't have any contact with your bag. There's a camera at the door. You can check the surveillance cameras." Huang Shaoqi said nothing. "I want to ask you, where is the primary school department?" Huang Shaoqi thought of an excuse. Lu Ping heaved a sigh of relief and kept his phone. He kept backing away and said, "I'm not a map. Why are you asking me?" He turned around and left. Huang Shaoqi almost choked to death. Wasn't this too much? Moreover, he clearly knew, but he didn't tell her. At this moment, Huang Shaoqi's phone rang again. That woman seems to have a problem. I don't know if it's because her phone doesn't have a map or something, but she actually came to me to ask for directions. The corners of Huang Shaoqi's mouth twitched slightly as she replied, "Did you tell her?" Lu Ping replied, "Of course not. These women nowadays are very difficult to serve. If you talk to her, she'll suspect that you're plotting against her. If I give her directions and she finds out that we're on the same path, she'll definitely report it to the police. I'd better stay away from her. It was better to avoid trouble." Huang Shaoqi thought for a moment and typed, "Then do you think that woman is beautiful?" "What? No way. I only have eyes for you." Feeling happy again, Huang Shaoqi smiled. However, she didn't know whether she should be happy or disappointed.